Inner Delight and welcome to another Joyful Connections episode. And today is a particularly joyful day for me because as you can see the colors are behind me. And I am joined here today by Eva. Hi.
Hello.
And Eva is the lady from Soma in the Netherlands. And what's particularly fun is that I had my very first Soma reading with Eva. So welcome, Eva.
Yes, well, thank you.
Hi. So I would love for you to share a little bit about what is it that you love about the colors and how did they show up in your life?
Yes, well, that is quite an amazing story because the colors were more or less presented to me by my mother. My mother lived in England and she met the colors at a beautiful big fair where she got completely overwhelmed by their beauty. And once she was getting into training and everything, she asked if she could bring the colors over to Holland at one time and show them to my friends and her friends here in Holland. And that's what happened. And we actually said, well, let's put out some notice boards at health food stores and the library and stuff like that and see if anybody wants to join for these lovely little meetings and to share what color can do. And before I knew it, my whole living room was filled with people that I didn't know. And there was me pouring tea for everyone and wondering what was going on and what the attraction of these colors was for everyone. And so slowly, it grew in Holland and the bottles were actually put in my cellar, and when anybody wanted one, then they could come and pick it up. And then later on, it just went on and on and on. It grew and grew. And the bottles were up in the attic.
Yes, I
and
remember that.
yes, and that's where I had a beautiful consultation room and where we did some business there as well. And then even after that, it moved to its own premises where we now do all the distribution throughout Holland. And I have my own practice at home again, as we are now.
Yes.
Yes. So it's been quite a journey with the colors. And I must say, very inspiring. And yes, you know, it's such a beautiful, powerful product that whenever you meet up with challenges, you know, you go back and sit in front of the colors and solutions will come to you and you will, again find this inner peace to go on and to do what is good in the interest of the light.
And it's beautiful because here you have the picture. I'm not sure if, I think people will be able to see that. The picture up there from Vicky Wall, who's a lady who brought these bottles into being.
Yes, yes.
I loved how she said you are the colors that you choose.
Yes, yes. She was an amazing lady that at a very late age actually was guided and was given the meaning of the colors. And she was trained as a herbalist. And she had a lot of herbs already in her little apothecary that she had at home. And then at one night she was asked by the divine light, Vicky, divide the waters. And she was wondering, you know, what is this all about? I'm not Moses, I can't do a thing like that. And then she said, she left it and she thought, well, forget about it. And then the next day again this message came and she was getting a bit wobbly about it because she usually listened to all these messages that she got, and that's how she was also dealt with things in her life. But then the third time came round and it was so powerful that the next morning when she woke up, her friend that she was living with said, Vicky, what have you been doing last night? You know, you're not supposed to be up at night, you're supposed to sleep, and we have this huge fair coming up from 7 days, you know, you should be sleeping. He says, well, I have no idea. Let's go into the laboratory and see what has happened. And there she found that she had created the first few Soma bottles. And she said, well, that looks very nice and colorful, which was amazing because at that point in time, Vicky was actually blind. But she sensed the colors. And so she took them along and put them in between all her other little pots and pans that she had created. And it looked very colorful and nice, and she was quite happy with them and she loved the energies of them. And then a man started walking up and down in front of her stand and was actually asking, and at one point when he dared to do it, can you please tell me what this bottle is about? Because yeah, I get such an attraction to this all the time. And she said, oh well, I have no idea, but maybe you can buy it of me. There are good things in there. And you can buy it of me, and then you can use it, and you can tell me later on what has happened to you, because the fair was about 7 days. So that's what actually happened. The man came back after 3 days and said, I have to tell you a lovely story. My dear wife has died about half a year ago, and it was so difficult for me to actually get back on my feet and to leave her and to let her be where she is and start on my path along here on earth. I found that very, very hard. But since I'm using this bottle, I really feel at peace with the situation as it is. And I really feel I can walk again in peace and go my own way. And I feel I can be in connection with her, but also let her be where she is. So slowly Vicky started to realize, because this bottle is called the Peace Bottle, that she had actually created, create is maybe the best word, a beautiful system that could support people in finding a new aspect of themselves, which could ease their lives, which could support their lives, which could even enhance their lives. Because many more of these stories, of course, started to happen during this fair where she was. And so it's been quite a journey for her, and also a discovery. And that's, I think, a very important fact, that we realize that what is standing here behind us is not created by man, but it is given back to man to actually use to support themselves. And that's the way it happened to Vicky. And that's also what we ask of everyone who comes for a consultation, is to sit in front of these beautiful bottles and to choose 4 bottles that they really like. And that's now I come back to what you just said. You are the colors you choose. This is really what it is. If you choose your own bottles, then you tell yourself a story in color about who you are. And that's not something that you can think of. You can really with your mental capacity try to puzzle together, because if you try and do that, then it doesn't work. Then you also find that people can't make a choice. But once you really go into the heart energy and into the soul energy of yourselves, then you can find the colors that are the dearest to you, and then you will really find the deeper message for yourself. And then if you have the four bottles, then the person you're with, who's doing your Soma consultation, will help you to feel and to experience the message of all these colors. Because every color has a message. We know a few, we know what red does. We know it's either a stop sign, but it also says energy. And we know from green that it gives you space. We know that from being in nature. But there are many more aspects of green that can be looked at. So yeah, the bottles are really quite an amazing channel to experience and to learn more about yourself and to support yourself with.
Yes, and as you can see, you see there's so many different colors here. What's so amazing is that new bottles are still showing up. And
yes.
What do we have here? 111 right now, huh?
Yes.
I love number 11. So 111 is woo! Yeah. So would you mind showing us the very, very latest?
Yes, this is the very, very latest.
Let's see if we can
yeah.
put that up a little bit. Actually, with white background, there
yes,
we go. Hold on, there you can see it.
Yeah.
This
is Umbriel. This is an angel energy.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, and many people have seen, you know, I've been doing many videos, people have seen the colours in the background, and it's always been like, what is that? What is that?
Yes, from your practice. Yes.
Yeah, and what's so fun, I think, too, is to see that, especially when being with children, you know, they jump right in, they know which colours. Adults tend to require a little bit of time to let the child in them pop out to choose the colours. But once that happens, magic opens.
Yes. Well, and of course this is really an aspect that we have to learn to master again, I think, to open up to the joy of life, which we can so easily see still in children, and which we are often, by the way life goes, tend to forget the importance of it. And are looking for at the same time all the time.
Yes, isn't it great?
Joy
Is your essence, so you just got to let it out.
Yes.
So anyway, I think when you're looking at all of these, we're going to be doing another segment to give you an experience of what happens when we choose certain colours and what flows from that. Because one of the things I also find very, very beautiful to see is that even if there were 10 people in this room and 10 people would choose the same 4 bottles, which would be pretty amazing, but it does happen sometimes, then the order in which they're chosen will change things. And also I think that looking at them, I say it's a message from yourself with a capital S to you. Yes.
And that's why it's so important to open up and to find, you know, the time in the consultation to open up to the message that the bottle has for you, because that's more important than that which we know about colour.
Yes. It's exciting.
Yes.
Well, for anyone who's interested in experiencing colours, you can take a look on the website. If you're in the Netherlands, you can find our Soma website.
Yes.
Which is
www.arasoma.nl.
There you go. You can order products on there.
Yes.
And of course you can also look on innerdelight.com and you'll find information about the colours there too. It's fun to play with them. So, well, thanks Eva for being here.
Yes,
and
well, thank you.
Until the next time.
Yes.
Joyful blessings.
Same to you.
Bye.